Councillor Richardson.
Can we just go around the room and introduce ourselves so that we know who everybody is, please?
Yeah. I'm George Henshaw. I'm here representing Brooks.
Simon Moore from Brooks. Lindsay Morgan from Brooks.
Craig Stanley, Democratic Services Manager.
Manju Gurn, solicitor.
Great, okay, thank you very much. You are the only people attending, there are no other people from the local area, so we will carry on accordingly. Can I just, before we start, can everyone turn their mobile phones off so that there are no distractions? It is unnerving and a distraction if people's phones go off, so I would ask you to abide by that. Thank you. Have you brought along any further documentation today that we haven't seen or the officers have seen beforehand? Good, thank you. Okay, over to the officer to present the report and outline the general terms. Thank you, Zoe.
An application for a premises licence for Brooks Winery was submitted to the licensing team on the 17th of April 2025. The proposed premises licence application relates to licensable activities of live and recorded music and the sale of retail alcohol on the local premises. Full details of the application and plan can be found in Appendix 1. There is one slight amendment just to the report that relates to live music and noticed on under Appendix A, B, of the live music.
Sorry, can you speak up?
Sorry, under the application form itself, under Appendix 1, under E, there is obviously live music as a licensable activity, and Wednesday's got no timings on it, so that just needs to be noted. Okay.
Part 3.
It's under E.
Yes, I've got that.
Yeah, live music, and Wednesday states no timings at all on there. So it's just really for noting. Because in the report it states differently, that's all. Just to clear that up.
Okay.
Yeah, the applicant is represented by George Henshaw, who has agreed conditions with Environmental Health Team and Bromwich Shepherds. Details of the agreed conditions can be found in Appendix 2. One representation has been received by Lydia Clare in relation to crime disorder, public nuisance, public safety and the protection of children from harm. All details can be found in Appendix 3. The options available today are to decide to either grant the application as per the application, modify the conditions of the licence, or reject the whole or part of the application.
Thank you, Zoe. Okay, any questions from members to Zoe?
Yeah, I've got a couple of questions, if that's all right, Chair. I can ask Zoe first of all, how far and wide did consultation take place with regard to the application in the area?
The usual process was followed as follows: when an application is received with plans, we verify by the licensing authority verifies the application. It's then forwarded to all responsible authorities, and the usual procedure prevails. We don't circulate any paperwork to anybody else because there's no requirement for us to do so.
Okay, so I just wondered, so there's no necessity for consultation with residents living nearby.
No.
So it could be some residents are not necessarily aware of that. Okay, right, thank you very much. Okay, but that's the first one.
There is a site notice.
I was just about to say.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there is
Okay.
a notice that goes, a public notice that goes out on the premises. So that's actually due to anybody that's walking past. So it could be residents or anybody in the area. And there is a requirement to put it up for 28 days.
Okay.
There's also a requirement to put it in the newspaper, and that must be within 10 working days. And all of that's been verified as correct.
Okay. And if I can ask the representative.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay, it's just officers.
Just officers at the moment.
Yeah. Let's quickly run through. Yeah. Okay, that's fine as far as officers are concerned.
That's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Richard, have you? Right, responsible authority or representative asked to outline the general terms of their relevant representation. Zoe, have you got anything else to add?
No, I refer that case. There's nobody actually, the objector does not advise the
Okay, so that can. So we're down to the applicant, licence holder, to present the application and respond.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you members for the opportunity to speak this morning. I'm actually on behalf of the Brooks Winery Mifflin Limited, applying for a new premises licence at Station Road, Mifflin. The property comprises former retail space, situated in the centre of Mifflin, in close proximity to Tesco and the BP petrol station. This is surrounded by other drinking establishments, such as the Narrowshead, Vine, and the Hall of Wall. Closest residential dwellings are some 20 metres to the rear of the property on Warner Street. Application is made for the sale of alcohol on and off premises between the hours of 9 and 11 p.m, Sunday to Thursday, past 9 a.m. to 11 p.m, and 9 a.m. to midnight on Fridays and Saturdays. Application is also made for the playing of live music and recording music inside between the hours of 8 a.m. and 11 p.m, 7 days a week. Following a period of consultation, conditions have been agreed, and as a result, no responsible authority has made a representation to the proposal. The hearing has been convened following a single representation made by a resident from Warner Street. Brooks started business as a stall within Derby's Eagle Market, and following its closure in 2023, they opened their first deli and wine bar in the village of Mifflin, above Oxford. This venue has been a huge success. It is now seen as a community asset and is favoured as a venue by a wide demographic. Despite its village setting, the Oxford site has operated without complaint and has integrated into the local community. As per the Oxford site, a wide selection of artisan food and beverage products would be available for retail sale, with food and drink also being available for consumption on the premises. Live music will be played by a number of local musicians. Outside seating will be provided on the forecourt fronting Station Road in favourable weather conditions, and the outside seating area will be divided from the pavement by glazed screens, which will also help to reduce noise transmission. Food will be prepared on site in a designated food preparation area. The property will be accessed by the public from Station Road and not from Warner Street. The applicants have invested a considerable amount of money and time in refurbishing the former Pinewood Studios retail premises, which has been vacant since 2023. When Brooks announced the intended opening of the Mifflin site, the news was very well received, with over 1,700 likes on social media. Similar reports published by the Derby Telegraph were also very well received. Notable feedback from customers is that they recognise this as a new type of offering within Mifflin will strengthen its vitality and viability of the district centre. I'll turn now to the 4 different licensing objectives and how we will seek to meet those, promote those. So firstly, mention of public nuisance. So staff will endeavour to exercise zero tolerance in respect of rude and disruptive behaviour. Brooks will endeavour to maintain contact with local residents with respect to licensable activities. Door staff will be employed during busy periods. A scheme of acoustic insulation has been required by the Council's Environmental Health Officer as part of the planning application, and this will require approval and implementation before commencement of the use.
Could you repeat that? I didn't quite get that. What?
So as part of the planning application, the Environmental Health Officer from the City Council has requested that a scheme of acoustic insulation be installed and approved in writing, so that will need to start before the commence use. Proposed hours are consistent with the other licensed premises in the immediate locality, and conditions have been agreed with the Environmental Health Officer regarding disposal of waste, restrictions on opening windows. Secondly, prevention of crime and disorder, and CCTV will be installed internally and externally. Images will be maintained for 28 days. The site will operate in a Challenge 25 age verification policy, and will maintain a refusals register, and all information obtained will be presented upon an officer of the responsible authority. Conditions have been agreed with the Derby Constabulary as the expert authority regarding crime and disorder in the city. Public safety. A fire alarm system and emergency lighting will be installed, and all safety equipment will be checked and maintained. Staff will be given training in emergency evacuation procedures, and I must say that the fire service have been consulted twice, both as part of the building regulations submission and as part of the licensing application, and they have no objections to the proposals. Protection of children from harm. Brooks will operate a Challenge 25 age verification policy. Clear and prominent signage will be displayed enforcing the age verification policy. Full training will be provided to staff with refresher training at regular intervals. Following receipt of the representation, the applicants made contact with the objector to reassure them of the proposal, to establish contact so in the future, if any concerns are raised, they know who to speak to. We've endeavoured to respond positively to the representation. It's considered that the conditions recommended by the responsible authorities give some way to meet those concerns. Other concerns raised, such as parking, are not the jurisdiction of the planning authority, not a material consideration for the licensing committee. In conclusion, it is considered that the proposal will diversify the offering of Middleover as a district centre and will be a valued community venue. The proposal, alongside the agreed conditions, will result in a safe, legal and compliant operation in every respect. The area is not subject to the cumulative impact policy. Proposed opening hours are consistent with nearby facilities, but will not duplicate their operation, rather with diversification. It's therefore requested that the committee resolve the planning application. Thank you very much for your careful consideration, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Angel. Simon, are you wanting to add anything?
No, I'm happy to answer any questions, but George. No, not that I think of. I think the only thing from the Warner Street, where Brooks venue will be, it hasn't got a back wall directly onto Warner Street. There's the kitchen area, the toilets and everything at the back, so there won't be a direct out to the back from the venue as well. So that's another line of protection.
I see from the plans, obviously I've been to site, I just drove past it on Monday to have a look. What's on the upper floors? Because you're only on the ground floor, aren't you?
Yeah, the Brooks is just on the ground.
Exactly. So what's happening up above?
Service office accommodation.
So you're taking over the whole building?
No, that's separate use.
It's a separate.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I could see something was there, but I didn't know whether that would. So all you're doing is taking over the ground floor.
Yeah.
Thank you for that clarification. Councillor Repton, have you got any questions?
Yeah, just wondered a couple of things. We're talking about the need for noise limiters being installed, but if there's an outside seating area of music, that's going to be sort of not effective. So
There'll be no music outside.
no music outside. Okay, well that's dealt with that one. Why 16 hours a day? Why from 8 in the morning serving booze and other music?
So I think there's a difficulty here in that what we're presenting is a wine bar, but also you've got the retail sale element. So people going in to buy hampers, cheeses, a bit of the deli operations. That's why it's so early in the morning. But then obviously you have the wine bar element, which goes later into the evening. So it wouldn't be a wine bar all throughout the day. I doubt it's in demand for that, if I'm honest.
Can I say something? In Aqua, as we operate, we open the deli at 9:30 in the morning.
9:30.
Yes. And there it is basically cheese and meats. People will come and sit in and start to pick, maybe have a glass of wine on lunchtime. But people may well come and buy hampers and presents in the morning. So it works quite nicely. Yeah, and the deli has been very valuable, I think, to the whole. It's the focus of the whole operation.
Yeah. The objective refers to some problems with regard to the Flood Street premises. Are you able to throw any light on that at all? Why? Because it talks about loud music extending into the night, antisocial behaviour, excessive customer noise disturbing surrounding households.
Can I just say is we've not had any formal complaints about the Flood Street premises.
No, it's just that we're down there and just wondering what.
Yes, I know, and I'm afraid she's not provided any of the evidence of those claims.
Okay.
And
yeah, it's bound to raise it because it's there. Yeah.
So you can confirm that the licensing authority that that falls under has not passed any comment on any of these complaints. There's been no formal.
The Hot Brook isn't in the city, you see.
No,
It's not this
this
license.
is of course it's Errol Borough Council,
Yes.
but no, we've had no contact from Errol.
As a site, I've got a very good relationship with our neighbours. We virtually all come in, we use the shop. We don't get complaints. It's just nice. We do it nicely, and it's a nice place. It's worked as well as we could have imagined, and received as well as we could have
When
imagined.
we're reading representations, it's hearsay evidence. In fact.
Well,
There are no evidence. There's no evidence to suggest.
Yeah, we were shocked to see that they thought there was a problem. We were shocked.
I think one thing we were working to do when we saw that objection was to reach out to them and to sort of discuss any concerns that they've got. So we have met and spoken to the objectors and tried to work together with the concerns that they've got. And I think we've gone some way to achieving that.
In a similar vein, following the receipt of the application, the hours for music have been reduced. That was in the as that's requested by the environmental health officer. So what was presented for determination is not what was submitted and what the objector first saw when the application was advertised.
So that's been reduced to 11 during the week.
Yes, it's 11 during the week.
11, and then midnight, I think, so.
It's still midnight. Is it Friday? Is it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or?
I've got Saturday and Sunday till midnight. I wrote it down, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
The condition that the environmental health officer said is recommended at times for recorded and live music with students no later than 11 p.m. 7 days a week.
7 days a week. Okay. Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to air us? No? So have you got any questions? No? No more questions from members, Richard?
I just want to, I'm looking at the comments again, what the objector has put forward. If you've had communication with her and she's wanting a recommendation that the hours are restricted from the start to 10 o'clock, not 8, has she brought that up in conversation with yourselves or not?
We had sort of a raw conversation about a number of issues. I think probably the main thing was sort of the main thing that we wanted to address with them was I think Lydia's friend lives on Warren Street and she was representing a friend who feels a bit threatened by, and I think the main core of the issue is making her feel safe. So to be honest, we didn't sort of go to the we'll do that. I think the key part of it for me was to ensure that this lady is going to feel happy with us being neighbours and that we've got to work together and there's no issues, and that's very much our stance on it. So there's nothing formally sort of agreed in that discussion.
Yes, you may well be expecting there to be a bar open at 8 in the morning, but it's going to be a deli that won't cause anyone
I
any.
think that's where the cause is. As soon as they've seen those early hours, they think it's going to be the bar all day, when clearly that's the deli side of things.
Almost 24 hours a day.
And
That's the figure.
That's the
I'm
thing.
reading it,
And you can go into any supermarket and they've got, can be a music playing in the background, and that's the early morning. That's what we're envisaging. It won't be a live band at let's say it's in the morning.
Reassured. Right, any other questions or
No,
comments?
that's fine, thank you.
Zoe, you want to?
Thanks,
Summer?
Basically, the options available today are to decide to either grant the application as per the application, modify the conditions of the licence, or reject the whole or part of the application.
And Andrew, is there anything you feel you should say?
No, Chair. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you very much. Would you like to sum up anything on your final words?
The only thing I'd say is that obviously Simon and Brooks have put a lot of money and time into bringing back a vacant retail premises and what's been vacant since 2023, and hopefully with the other uses that are going on the site, the service offices and the shops, should bring a bit of vitality to the district centre.
Have you got planning permission yet?
So planning permission, it's been delayed as a result of various things. None of the statutory consultees have objections. It's going to be delegated to officers and officers are supportive of the application.
Just a final one. There was an issue that I forgot what we did. Everyone talks about parking issues, concerns about parking.
Yes. So for example, the local power authority have been consulted as part of the planning, and they have no objection on the fact that it is a district centre. People will be accessing Mickleover to use the facilities there. We will try and I think the main problem from the objective point of view is parking on Warner Street, because that is it's a pedestrian, it's a residential street, but that's necessarily there are a lot of people visiting Mickleover generally and parking on that street, and there's also a commercial garage on that street. And I think that the right way to pursue that is a sort of parking order on that street, and that's the best way to resolve some of those issues, and not necessarily it's not an issue caused by us or will be caused by us.
The parking issue.
No, it's not, it's planning committee. So the planning committee. But some people elaborate.
What would include that, I think, what's coming up with is trying to be policy, a nice place. we would stop to get the objection raised based on an upload.
Yeah, well, there's only the one objection that we've had, so. Okay, if there are no other presentation, we'll go into private session and deliberate your application. Thank you very much.
Sorry, gentlemen, before you leave, can I just double check I have your name? So I've got Simon Moore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lindsay Morgan.
Lindsay Moore.
Okay, I'm just making it of these.
Simon, what is that with an E on there?
And the Roy, yeah.
And yourself, sorry.
George Henshaw. I wrote them all down at the beginning.
Thank you.
Making the decision, when will the applicant find out, just so they know?
It depends when you come to once you come to a decision, I can just email the actual.
Are you willing to stay? Because we're,
Yeah,
if you want to stay downstairs, we can bring you up.
yeah.
You can be
Just so
told.
you know, that's why I just asked that question.
Chair, sorry, Chair, it's normally sent by a decision notice by the end of today. It's normally,
Oh, they're not brought back as previously.
no,
Oh, that's a shame.
it's not, in my experience, it's always dealt by way of a decision notice.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for attending. Thank you very much. here this morning. But thank you for waiting. I thought it was only right that we let you know today, although this, what I'm about to read will be confirmed by tomorrow, so that you've got it in writing as well. But I just thought it was only right that you should know today, rather than go away wondering. So the committee deliberated and discussed. As regards live music indoors, we've agreed 7 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. 7 days a week.